Hey, this is Nakeia and you're watching Nakeia TV. So the other day I created a post on my Facebook page that said, sometimes you have to tell your internal dialogue to shut up. And a lot of people could relate to that post because a lot of people have negative self-dialogue and they're their own worst critic. But I received an email from Sarah, who I met at a networking event about 2 years ago. She's a designer here in Atlanta, and she was telling me how she really needed that post that day and how she had been trying to launch a new project, and she'd been sitting on it for about 2 years because of her internal negative dialogue. She kept telling herself it wasn't good enough. She kept saying people wouldn't get it and people wouldn't buy into it. And on the other side, she was like, this is exactly what I need. This is exactly what my customer needs. And she really wanted to do it. So she said, thank you for sharing. But I also shared with her in a response what my spin instructor shares with the class every week. Every Tuesday, I take a class, and the instructor says about halfway through the class, she says, now is the time when your brain and your body will begin to tell you that you can't go on. You've already done enough. It's too hard and you can stop now. She says, the first time you hear it, tell it to shut up. The second time you hear it, raise your hand, I'll tell it to shut up. And then the third time, you may need to listen to your body. And every time she says that, I get a huge kick out of it because I'm one of those people who always talk to myself, and most of the time it's negative. So I apply that to my life, not just in the gym class, and I shared that with Sarah and how she can apply it to her life and her business. So how does this work for you? Let's say you're working on a particular project. Maybe it's your life and you're trying to create a life you really love. Maybe you're working on your marriage. Maybe you're working on your fitness, whatever it is. And every time you get started and maybe halfway through getting things done, you start to hear yourself talk negatively internally. The first time you hear it, tell it to shut up. Usually just doing that, and I'm telling you, I really do this on a daily basis. What that does is it makes you aware of your internal dialogue and you can put it in check. You can tell it to shut up, you can move past it and keep it moving. The second time you feel yourself struggling with getting past this one particular goal or whatever it is you're working on, ask a friend to come in and give you some input, maybe give you some support and some insight. Because if you can't get through it yourself, sometimes having that support, that wise counsel or that advice is just all you need to get through. And then the third time, if you find yourself struggling to get past, now is the time that you need to listen to your internal dialogue. You are your own worst critic a lot of the time. You also are the person who knows who you are the best. You know you. You know what you're capable of. You know when you're really struggling, and you know when it's time to take a step back and really try to work through things. Maybe you need to hesitate, put some things on hold before you move through so that you can move forward with confidence. So, just like my post said the other day on Facebook, sometimes you need to tell your internal dialogue to shut up. I hope this video has been helpful for you, and if it has, share it with your friends on Facebook and Twitter. Also, remember to pursue something you freaking love so that the process that it will take you to get it will be worth it. See you next time.
Thanks for watching. Like this video? Be sure to subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends on Facebook or Twitter. Then get on the list at NakeiaChomer.com for a free newsletter and exclusive updates.